Hello there. Hello, what fast means. So today's the fifth throwbarb, I guess. I don't know why, but okay, that's whatever.
Wow, greetings.
One socket is fine. Do I do it as that or do I do not do it as that?
There is a plate. Hello.
I think I'm gonna just level like normal person actually. I don't know what I wanted to buy there. At least throwing axe though, cause I need both good weapon to start with and
Greetings.
okay. Not the perfect stuff. The first thing I want to buy is pretty much one socket good items, which means there's one throwing axe, one staff. I mean, one staff, one helm, one boots of some kind. That was magic boots require level 4. Boots can wait a bit, but the throwing axe with one socket can't really wait too much, so. I don't think most character changes it. I guess the assassin's probably biggest change because she doesn't need a lot of stuffs. Anyway, let's go. Our plan is to get the... Okay. What in the world is my filter? I need 1.1 manga to stamp it. And now I can remove that. Also, because I already 7 quit, because that character was made like yesterday, even though nothing was done about that character. Next point is probably Lion Stance, because that's gonna give me some room to do the damage. As the right now I do not have any damage source at all, other than our weapon damage itself. Notifier is at the wrong setting. Give me a moment. Lion Stance will deal a lot more damage, as it will add the magic damage to my weapons. What in the world? I thought it has to be centered, but I guess it's corner actually. I've never paid attention to it because you just chase the thing. You don't need to bother about, you know, which way to go. You just chase the thing and you're fine. I'm going for the physical, but I think I'm gonna level up to Mephisto with poison because that's faster. And also that section really doesn't matter for the end result. And, you know, we are pretty much leveling as we are not gonna use level 1 innate elemental damage anyways. So that makes no sense to go for that. I'm getting slightly lower in the numbers, but don't worry about it. Weapon of choice would be the balanced axe because that's literally the only weapon. And tiered unique, obviously. It has a blast wave proc, which means that it stuns every enemies on the screen if it came to it. Nice. I want to have a better boots. I want to have a one socket weapon instead of no socket. Like I got 12. That doesn't matter. I do not believe that I have to do it. So only thing I have to buy is boots. Tier choice would be the throwing axe, but no, balanced axe, which is pretty much the only choice anyways. Okay. Since this is a hardcore, I do not know if I'm gonna do everything right or do I skip certain things or what. I kind of want to get the... I don't know why I took the rusted one. I, for whatever reason, thought that was superior. Thank you for one socket. I didn't need that, but sure.
Good day.
I had this is capped. I don't believe it.
Good to see you.
About the weapon or gears, early game is a room boss only because you don't have a choice, to be honest. When you get the wolf stance, the attack speed will never be an issue. It's not an issue at all. Because this is a start to end character, and also that the gear is not gear. I'm not trying to cheat much gears at all. I don't know what I try to say anymore. Again, this is gonna be somewhat of a poison throwbarb for a while because that's such a good build to do early game. Can I get good boots? Oh yeah, I was trying to say that I'm gonna use the Stampede as a main skill and not gonna bother about the other ones. I have done the Poison Throwbarb before. I know how that build works. I know how good that build is exactly. May not be exact, but... it's hardcore and I don't have a life region of any kind. Our innate skill, by the way, which is here, Titan's Posture, which doesn't take any point to get it, and it's always there, but different from the class. Our innate is life and defense. Always use it, always keep it up. Unless you're doing something extremely easy and you have zero chance of dying, which sometimes happens, to be fair. Let's get to buy point.
Stones are ancient.
I need to buy some potions. Also, I need to get some runes. That's more important, to be honest. Not getting stamina shrine is unlucky.
Yes?
We do not get any defense, at least worth noting, for quite a while, so... running is fine. Even as a barbarian, it's fine. And I'm actually gonna go for the lower defense gears too. Which is probably not a good idea, but... well, I decided my mind. I might have to put... So I have this weird idea that came out of nowhere. No, this is a physical problem. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's 15% movement speed. Physical resist doesn't really matter at this point. You're not gonna have either a meaningful amount or useful number. Let's talk about what probably is. Well, our main skill is what I'm using now. This one, throwing axe, which explodes later on. That's our main skill. Damage comes from a couple of passives, such as I mean, stance is technically not passive, but anyways, wolf stance gives the weapon physical damage. I'm gonna put a low point into vitality, by the way. And that's actually a main way of scaling my damage, I guess. Couple of gears such as the Invictus, which is the tier, Gilded Shield, is extremely good for that purpose. I'm gonna get the shield. We are gonna get the 3 axes because the more point you put into the Stampede, which eventually happens, the more damage, more projectile you'll get. I don't want to go for Snake Stance at level 1 because it's a poison damage and low base damage poison is not great. On top of that, you're gonna have an issue with you don't even have a Snake Bite, which is a main single target damage, and we have to kill the first boss anyway. Not fast, but some boss right now anyways. Which is I don't have to, I guess, because Storm 3 is not necessary to be killed, but it's right there and it's experience, I'm gonna kill it. But the choice is kind of taken over if I don't take this, so... if I don't have the Snake Bite and I took the poison. On top of that, obviously lower level on the snakes. Lower level of the snake stance actually means that it doesn't even deal decent damage at all. I'm gonna say level 15 to level 20, potentially after I beat the... Potentially after I beat the first name. That's too far. Actually, it might not be.
This tree is one of a kind.
I can use that for now, I guess. I haven't got any item at all, like any runes at all. I probably have to go through the contest because of that. Not ideal, not usual, but well, I need runes now because before Andariel, I want to get some rebel resistances because Andariel will kill me otherwise. She has some too strong fire damage. Okay. Wait, what? 2% poison damage per character level of 150? 120? I didn't know that. What? Was that there? I didn't know that. Was that always there? And I've never noticed, or am I stupid? Level 12, you know what? I can do it. I'm gonna do it. It's fun.
You have the order welcomes you.
Vitality. I don't need much other than this. You can get more damage on the snake stance, but it really doesn't matter too much. I can put some point, but I really don't see a reason to do it yet, so I'm not gonna bother about that yet. Might put some point into Dex, maybe. Again, damage is because this is a poison and low level skill level really sucks on poison. But well, single target is amazing. If that was any Q, there's no way I can see anything. But both rings are trash. So that's at least that. Because I literally do not have enough gear or enough runes to do anything with, I'm gonna go ahead and then get the thing. What? I really didn't know that. Anyway, Snake Stance is a very strong poison for the early game. I'm not gonna full spec, but I just want to level up to Mephisto. Or like 35 or somewhere around there, so that I can actually start using the other skills. Also, I need runes. Hello, thank you for one rune. Actually, that's the second rune, but I kind of want to keep full. It can proc the Mark of the Wild, which gives the spell damage and attack speed and cast speed, I think. Can I get like slightly more level, please? I would appreciate it. Single target is extremely high, I'm sure. It's just Snake Bite at level 1. God. That damage was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna prioritize the Snake Stance level because that's both scaling and the AoE, area of effect damage. We really don't have any reason to prioritize the snake bot first, but might put into some decks just to get attack rating. I wanna kill some pen fast. Might put few point into Mount Arret, actually. Yeah, Ancient Bot doesn't sound bad, just because of attack rating. I don't really need it yet, but... This is a poison build, meaning that the on-kill proc will proc. But in the end, it's just this, so... whatever, kinda. Obviously, damage is still really low. It's just how poison scales, I guess. I definitely recommend you to not do this immediately. You should wait for a few more levels before going for full poison. But well, sometimes doing something that you never do is fun. I'm gonna say that with confidence after doing 40 melee paladin with pure fire using battle axe, which I've never used it before. And like almost no build ever use it. Snake stance. I'm getting a low damage. And also it has a slow, so you can actually use a couple of things to get those throw working for you, if you want to. I don't know if I care about best level snake fight. I might actually go for more point into the... I'm not sure about this ring. Did I go through the... Oh god, I didn't, did I? You know what, let's take the waypoint at the... jail level 1, if that's close. And if it's not, then I'm gonna go for the other place. I need some runes now. Okay, close enough.
No one should ever be caged.
Akara? Didn't mean to buy that. Give me that. Yeah, I have to go through the tower because I just don't have any runes. Which is unusual and unfortunate, but whatever. Not the worst thing. I usually don't come here. Sometimes because I use the runes from the stockpile, which I have. Sometimes because I just don't think that's necessary. It's like, this is a low amount of runes. I might call it unnecessary with this amount of runes. Ellen and Pox. Yeah, I got the good luck. I'm gonna just leave it there. Oh yeah, I didn't even bring you the next stance maybe. That might have happened. Opening the chest is a really good way to get runes too. And also Onyx is nice. I don't have to pretend like this is the first playthrough, I guess. Yeah. It's not gonna matter, to be honest. I'm sure I have a companion. Wolf companion. Poison damage is decent, not like crazy amazing though. Even if like damage looks like insane, it's actually not that insane. 2000 damage is still more than enough to kill the Andy, I'm sure. Also because I actually, you know, for once I actually remember to, you know, rebuff with higher level snake stance. It actually does more damage and actually, you know, killable. Yeah. Only snake stance because I really don't know why I want to use snake stance. One thing about the snake's bite is that it's actually fairly heavy in terms of mana cost, especially with like full vitality spec that you're usually gonna get. But well, you're not meant to pretty much spam it anyway, so it doesn't matter, kinda. Also, this has the slow on the attack, so that's kinda nice too. Yeah, easy. Snake stance. More damage, the stampede. Why is this 81? I know it does way more damage than that. Because it is 200 WPD and 150 on the poison. I'm not sure what's wrong with the thing. It might be taking the 44% even though it should be taking the 200% for the actual damage. Because Stampede is usually 44% weapon damage multiplier. Or WPD means weapon damage multiplier, by the way. Also that the Stampede really changed the shape only when you're using the Snake Stance. Because it is a poison, the normal like 44% is not okay for the poison. I might actually use that. That's actually good boots. 25 movement speed, lightning resistances. Amazing. Pax Mystica, which is a tier rune on any Steves. It could be even Druid Steves, for example, but well, obviously I have to use normal Steves. Or normal stuff. And then you're gonna get this. I need to not get hit by those meteor shower. That's important. Well done. Andy with 2-shot? That's amazing. Yeah, this is better because Elemental Res 12 is better than whatever that is. Don't know why I have that armor. Get out of here. It's level 7. I'm gonna rebuff just in case. Stances are, I think, like 20 or 10 minutes length buff, actually. I don't know why it's that short, to be honest, because long skill that has more levels is so much stronger than that, so... Unfortunately, that attack rating is this low. Now I'm gonna put almost every point into Snake Stance as that's pretty much the only thing that matters anyways. Defense doesn't matter up until you get the gear for that. I came from here because I wanted to get extra experience, by the way. Level 16 is low. But as long as you take some detour here and there, you should be getting level 20 or the 19 to 20 at the end of this place, or the end of the sewers. Which helps the catching up experience, and you really do need level early on anyways. Makes no sense to not do that. Sewers is actually experience dense for once. In vanilla games, Sewers is like... Sewers are so experience bad, so to the point that in the speedrun, they actually come back later here. Or never come in the normal speedrun. Like, if you do this just normal difficulty speedrun, you're not gonna come here at all. And if you do the hell speedrun, you do it after bell or something, because it's just so slow. And so experienced. There's no experience, and then... it's weird, man. God, the good damage. I didn't know level 120 gives more. I wonder if I can get like should I go for Rim Master? Yeah, I think so. It's hardcore after all. And I think I should just say no to my, you know, adventurous mind, who always uses something weird like Nephilim Spirit. Don't try to take the Gladiator's Dominance and just go for the stupid Rim Master for once. Because Max Rim Master is such a defensive capacity. Also, it's advantageous as the... There's a lot of content early on that requires high defense anyways. It really makes no sense to not do that early. But I wanna use Gladiator's Dominance. I never use it. I never use it. I like almost said that like, and also it gives the poison, like more poison length. It doesn't matter. Because we are not that build. It doesn't matter. We are not running the poison forever. I'm running it for leveling up to 35 to 40. And you get hit. One thing I can say about the Act 2, it's something slightly special, is that because we spawn with the cube, you actually don't need to go to the Falls of the Dead to get the cube. But, well, that's sometimes happen on the mod, but not that important. So, like, up to... it's like Nightmare Act progression instead of the normal Act progression, and that's really it. Getting some levels here because it's a good place. Although, actually, this place is way better than, well, Act 1. Anywhere in Act 1 is. But it is not that great compared to the outside. Like, it's pretty much same as the outside, if not slightly worse. And yeah, 7,000 damage, poison. A lot. It really starts to struggle late game, but... Like, we need to get so much plaster skills. We only scale from the plaster skills. Not even from plaster snake stance. We actually only scale from plaster skills. It's kinda dumb. And also light poison pierce, but our scaling is so limited, but like it's just awful. If you want to go for the poison, you have the Depth Star too, but I'm not sure if Depth Star is better than the Snake Stance necessarily. Shape is slightly worse, as this is bigger. You don't reach any life. Or you can use the Poison Whirlwind buff, which is also really great for the early game. 600 damage? That's amazing poison. Well, it feels amazing up to like level 30 because you only put, you know, Snake Stance the max. And then you're not gonna gain damage for like next 50 levels. And you started to feel, okay, that's actually bad. That's how this build works. It looks amazing till level like... level 30, and then you will not gain any damage for the next 50 levels. And you started to realize, okay, that's actually neat. Okay, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know, with Angelic it could be better than like this. How good is normal poison? Whirlwind buff. I might actually make one to farm like I know I can farm fast if I get it well. It's not so fast, but it's not that fast on the pass either. Poison Whirlwind's biggest issue is that the single target. I'm not talking about the Amatoxin version, by the way, because this is a single player. There is no scroll of enhancement or the enchantment. Actually, I'm not sure if it's enhancement or enchantment. That's over there. Let's go that way first then. 16 to life. Thank you, thank you. One thing I have to talk about the resistances or the pierces, or I guess the definition of elemental in this game, is that usually on the vanilla game, elemental resist refers to fire, cold, and lightning, not including poison. In this game, poison is also included into elemental resistances. So if you get the elemental resistance, you get the fire, cold, lightning, and poison elemental resistances. If you get the elemental pierce, you're gonna get the fire, cold, lightning, and poison.
Hello.
That's actually can be tricky. Okay, this is Sublime. Moronic decision aside. 22, 23. I can level slightly higher, but I really don't have to. I'm strong enough, then that's it. Yeah, we are not gonna receive more damage ever. Like, getting more will slightly, ever so slightly increase the damage, but... only thing we can do is just add plus the skills in it, and... meaning that, I guess 120 is the biggest one, because you can get so much more, you know, elemental resistance, or the plus the skills, on top of the potential pierces. But our scaling is so limited, it's not gonna be easy to really level it. Either you level up, wait 500 years to just get more plus the skills while making sure that it's capped still, which, you know, just how any build works, because you always want to have capped fire, cold, lightning, poison, pierce, which goes up to 199. For the farming purpose, it's like 135. This is a throwbarb, so there's no issue that's gonna happen on that regard. But
Good to know that the sun shines once again.
because we will gain a lot of poison PS from our skills.
I can't.
And if you even need more, you can actually add 40% through the sleep. Not the ideal, but at the same time, I don't even think there is much else that you want to do from that, so... It's just we never scale our skills. I might actually make poison throwbarb for once. I don't know, that sounds like fun to do again. It's not that bad with Angelic, I think. I've never actually done it after the Angelic came, I think. So it might actually be really good. Oh wait, you're poisoning me, aren't you? Nope, I just missed all of them.
I need mine.
I guess I'm gonna get a couple of the mana potion because mana cost is apparently a big concern. Which doesn't surprise you, but surprise me, but... I feel like that's better. Tal? We are probably one of the very few builds that like actually go for the skill cycles, because poison sucks like that. You failed to halt me, man. Probably should have learned how to stop somebody from trespassing way harsher than more seriously than that. Oh yeah, I think it's rare stat, so Jewel is included in it. I guess I don't care. Oh. Moment. I just realized that at this point, yeah, I should swap my armor to the good one. Assuming I still have a good one. Well, and oh, what? Oh wait, I need to make the full armor, full shield 100%. I just realized. Because full shield will give me plus the skill, right? I guess that was unexpected side effect, yeah. I've never thought it that way, but yeah, I need to get the full shield and it is actually beneficial. Other than the cannot be frozen and just random resistances that I can get, it's actually beneficial. Didn't notice that, didn't think about that before. Is my mic on, by the way? Yes, it is, thank God. If Sunday is broken, I have no way of knowing it. Because I don't open my stream and yet listen to my own voice. That feels like excessive. Although, I guess I should probably start doing that because there's so many times that I just said that, like, I hate my voice. I want to be better than that garbage at least. Yeah, at the level 25 your AoE damage is capped. At least skill-wise. It really doesn't scale well from anything, other than the poison spell damage. Not poison spell damage, plus the all skills, plus the barbarian skills. That's only two things that scales this damage. Other than that, you just have to go for the highest PS possible. Okay, this is actually, yeah, I guess up to like level 70, it probably won't have any issue at all.
See? Oh, I hate staining my hands with the blood of foul sauce.
I believe this is a shuriken, but I could be wrong, and I don't really care. Oh wait, I had to point. Okay, I went the wrong path. I don't know which mark then. Oh wait, that's downward, that's fair. Oh, okay. Resistance not amazing, but well, what can I do? Our survivability actually comes, like, if I'm gonna go for full poison, I actually get serious amount of the life steal to cap the poison pierce. And that actually means that I actually get the low damage from the low survivability from actually poison my stampede spamming. It's actually weird, but we actually gain the low life through the life through, you know, eat. And also my snake bite damage is, well, 10k damage already. I feel like this is just lying so harsh. Yeah, it's around 3000 damage, so I think the Stampede is actually taking the wrong number from the shit. Just a 3 attack and then he's dead. He's dead.
Hello, I think.
I might have to teleport through. Yeah. Barbarian's 200 cast frame, by the way, is awful. doesn't matter if I open with the bottom with it or not, but yeah. Ideal world, you probably shouldn't do that there. Yeah, you need something ridiculous to do damage with it. And like snake bite is, you know. You won't get too much, man. I do not think that this actually refers to snake stance damage at all. This is the poison spell-ish stuff, and does not actually work with take the account into the snake stance damage. It was a, you know, misconception that I actually fall into once. But I believe you do not really care about the snake stance skill level. Only thing that matters for that damage is your character level, the synergy that it's written, aka snake stance base level and the other base level, snake bite base level, and actual skill level of the snake bite. Nothing about snake stance base level, snake stance skill level actually works for that. And there's nothing that boosts the snake bite is also a big issue because we need that, desperately need that. And then they decided that our SSU is support for the poison pierce. I don't get it. And it's not even great poison pierce like 100 to 150, which actually may matter. At that number, yeah, sure, I guess I can use it. But it's like 50. Maybe 70? But I really can't afford to use the Fortress, as any damage that's applied at that frame will disable damage applied after on the actual poison. So if I use the... I don't know if I put point into something or not. That looked like it, I don't know why. Anyways, it's very comfortable leveling this poison. Is it fastest? Probably not, but that's... Actually, it might be fastest before the... Pink camp was.
What a strange little statue.
That's a great sword, unfortunately. That being said, I can probably make the thing visible one. Huh? Where are you? And this is +1 to skill. I thought about using that on the Ohan and I just realized that, well, you don't need to. Yeah, I guess I can put like billion suicide note. And like our single target setup is like gonna be weird. But suicide note actually increases the required level to 120 base. Well, I mean, it's not like it does matter, I guess. Yeah, it's like 4000 damage because character sheet is lying. I really don't know why or if it can be fixed. I might actually put the feedback on because it's extremely misleading. Because poison damage with character sheet 400 is not okay. Uh, 800 damage is not okay at this point, but the intrepid is 200% weapon damage multiplier. So it is 4000 poison damage for 1.8 seconds or something like that. It's not like you can be like, it's one of the worst thing to keep track of using the poison damage is one of the worst thing to keep track of, especially considering DPS. Then you should not use this as any of the... It's still regards the attack rating, okay? Like, poison damage is probably one of the last thing you should trust the character sheet information anyways, but... I'm not sure if I cast it or not. Make sure that the innate skill is always on. One very good thing about poison is that, well, you can actually put a lot of... I might actually do the poison throwbarb on the server and like ask for 20 suicide note or something. That sounds fun. I'm sure if I ask for the skillers, barb skillers, I can get one. If I ask for the suicide note, I can get a lot of them without too much issue. Probably here alone has like 20, 30 or something like that. After suicide note, he was farming for the... He has 16 Zanes. He must have like 50 suicide note at this point. And probably he even picked the Zanes' element too. Although, I don't know if he farmed for it himself or he actually asked for it in the hardcore channel. To be fair. Yeah, I think last time I've done this is when on the 2.8, so I didn't have the angelic access, which gives like what? All gear combined like 20 skill boosts? I don't know. It definitely is a struggle up to that point though, because around 120 you actually start to see, you know, how bad this build becomes. A lot of skill boost gives a lot of stats boost because of the Mountain King. We do not need too much skill points. As the... Well, for the AoE clear, you can actually put more point into the Stampede. And it's like, what, 50% stronger? But that really doesn't matter too much. Farming is not our biggest concern. Bossing is the concern. We just don't scale other than plus the skills sucks. I'm like, did I not visit the Flayer's dungeon? That could happen, especially when I'm not paying attention. Now the point where it actually started to be alpha comes. I'm not sure what weapon to use for this build, by the way, or the endgame poison throwbarb. I know what weapon to use for this character. Poison throwbarb. I don't know if I'm gonna use the on strike. I don't even know if that's WPD. I don't think it's WPD at all. I think it's just uses attack rating but spell. Essentially, I don't think anything from the weapon is actually inherited. Amatoxin's okay, but I don't really care too much about it. Just how it is. That's mana. I thought that's life. Oh, okay. Wait, was that for the... That polar buffalo bear might be for the... frag for the... thing. Frag for the conflux.
Holy blade does not belong in the hands of this
You know, there was a time that I thought about using conflux for extra thing, and then I didn't realize it really requires you to use it melee skill alone. Like, it melee locks you, so you can't use it. Oh my god, what was that? Cascade, man. I hate Cascade. Okay. Yeah, if I ask on this season, I think I can get a couple of help easily. And it's not like I'm really justified to, you know, do the helpless ones. Cause I'm definitely not great. Can you give me the potion? That's why I came here, not about the shrine, buddy. I might have a gear actually I can borrow. I don't know. Poison breath, spell damage. Minus enemy poison though. And it's not like it's useful. Do I have the throwing axe? I don't have the throwing axe? How do I not have the throwing axe? Do I have a chainmail? Oh, I at least have a chainmail. Slightly too high for my liking, but whatever. I guess I'm gonna use Bob health from some kind. I had some gear if I want to go for that buff. I just don't.
Hello.
Yeah, skill damage scaling is exhausted at this point, so... I guess that's why this build is weird or the strong on early game, is that you scales up to your highest damage, Burrowing Pierce. At this point, at the level 30, against the AoE. So yeah, of course you're gonna be strong, or else you will not do any damage at the Act 5. Again, only thing we can care about is a skill level for this, but well, I'm not gonna be this for a long time anyways, so it's fine. I'm gonna swap my build to the physical throwbarb around level 40, so I can actually start getting the, you know, proper stuffs. I at least need the weapon for that too. That's actually important because I don't have a way. They are not poison immune? No, they are immune to poison. I was so confused there. Did Ascended die? How did you die? I didn't even try to kill you for the most part. And which way is this? Top right. Ow! Yeah, after I killed the Mephisto a few times and actually farmed for the level 41 and also the tiered uniques, I think I'm gonna swap the gear or the character to the Pisca Probab and actually start the thing. I believe last time I leveled, when I leveled the innate elemental damage bar, I actually leveled as the innate elemental all the way. But yeah. We are not even using the physical weapon anyways. Like, comparing is wrong. If I have to write it, I'm gonna either say the lion stance or this. Is the only two ways you can level as the throwbarb, because you do not have the good access to the weapon physical damage, or like you need the balance axe because throwing axe is innate elemental damage weapon, so you don't have a choice on that. So now it's maxed out. I can actually do this, I guess. Okay. Took 1 hour to get here. Long time. That's a long time. What was I doing?
May this book lift the shadow from Karest.
Well, I guess I'm talking and not like thinking a lot about some garbage stuffs. Usual thing. Can I do it faster? I'm 100% certain I can do it faster. Can I move? I've shake at level 20 to 30, up to 25, really lacks on the single target damage, which actually is a pain. Full Ami is a trash. Actually, Ami is nice. That Ami is really nice. 83 to life, minus poison resistances. Okay, now we can kill this guy. Here. And one good thing about the poison or this build is that we don't need any gear at all at this point. Karim's will. Yeah. You know, you add the brain, eye, and the heart, and the placeholder is on top. You can actually do that. Do I have that thing? It should be on the map, so I should be fine. No, it should be on the map, so I am not fine. Wait, what? Where is it? Over there. I know repeating crossbow should be somewhere. I couldn't see it on my inventory, and also I didn't find it on anywhere on the ground nearby, so I must have missed at that point. And it's 1 arcane shard. I'm gonna take that. That might be very close and very good farming spots. So, I don't know if I want to talk about that yet. I was like, let's talk about no. Yeah, let's talk about the physical throwbarb itself, because there's a lot to learn about the physical throwbarb. First and foremost, you are locked into the wolf stance. And because wolf stance scales really well from skill level, you're locked to put max point into the wolf stance. One of the most important thing. I'm gonna max wolf stance fast. I think I'm gonna take 9 point into the... actually it's 25 skill, so I have 20 or so points left. There's a lot to do. I'm gonna put probably evolve 1 point as fast and then go for the max wolf stance. I'm gonna go for fairly vitality heavy build because why not? some life pots there. My resistance needs to be checked. 59, 59, 75. So fire is slightly low. Than appreciable numbers. Lightning is 100% fine.
You're too late.
Yeah, very smooth, very smooth. Snakebite will kill a lot of enemies super fast.
What do you need?
That's trough. So at around level 4, I'm gonna go get. Can I talk? I'm gonna get up to around level 40 to 41 here while farming the Mephisto, because I do not want to go for. Okay, how do I say it? Because around that level is the 5 levels above the area level, meaning up to that point I can get 100% experience, but below that, after that, I am not capable of getting 100% anymore. So that's my logic behind it. Also, it actually set up to the smooth Act 5 transition. Otherwise I will do like extra leveling around the Act 5 to catch up. So the slight amount that I need, like 3 to 4 level up of the experience that I need, I decided to get this while getting the Arcane Shards because that seems logical. Also, if you're doing the as a fast character, this gives you the access to a lot of runes, which could be the resist runes to cap your max resist to the highest numbers, which is important. But anyways, because Act Boss has the innate poison length reduction of some kind. I say innate, but it's confusing. Act Boss always has the poison length reduction of some level. I don't know why or how exactly, but they do. Oh, fire res is low, I have to be careful. Like 59 is not the extremely low number, but I'm not comfortable with tanking a lot of fire damage with 59%. So at the level 40, I think the wolf stance is usable at the level 25. I'm gonna get level 40 or so before I swap, so I'm gonna have like 15 points into that, and I can get the... Okay, you have low life or what? How did you heal? Anyways, I guess I'm gonna do it like twice more. I don't really need too much from this, so... if I'm gonna continue the poison, I'm gonna use Balance Axe tiered unique, which gives the life, which has a low life steal and also the physical weapon, so you actually can gain life by attacking enemies. And because we are gonna stack a lot of numbers even without trying, it actually rounds up to like it actually matters for the survivability, which is why I'm using that over the Throwing Axe, which has the +2 skill and the +2 skill and what on there? I think attack rating or something. But yeah, instead of that, I would use that. But it's gonna be physical, so I guess I'm gonna show the gear later. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about leveling it properly, but whatever. This is the last run, and I'm gonna swap to the physical throwbarb. Benefit of the physical throwbarb over the poison is that well, I will lose this like amazing clear for like 20 levels, but again, all of the damage scaling, especially against the AoE, is pretty much already done. You will not gain much more, and that actually means that up till you can get as much skill boost as possible, and also cap the pierce on top, which will happen really fast actually. You will not gain anything more forever. Forever. Can I kill you? Anyways, I got the level I want. So it's actually gonna be underpowered after a while, and I don't want to push that way, so let's respect.
Welcome back.
First things first, I have to get everything I need up to this point. As I said, I have to take Whoop Stance. That is because throwbarb actually scales weirdly, and which stance you're using actually changes the stampede shape, and also how the blood first passive works. Because of that, I want to make it so that the anyways, yeah, I want to use it in a way that makes sense. Also, because Wolf Stance gives the attack speed and the weapon physical damage, so even without it is the best stance to use at this point, but that's the logic behind it. I need to get some more strength, I'm sure. Cause I saw 137 requires on here. Is there anything that's particularly useful here? What am I even supposed to do with this? Actually, I'm dumb. I guess either Spearzone or the Hammerzone. Don't know if those two even make any sense for that. Breaking Wheel... Am I gonna run that? Shenkai is very strong poison. It adds a lot of flat poison damage. If I can save this, I want to save this. I don't have it, so I'm gonna save this. That's just Gobble Mace. That's not even TU. First things first, I need to get away from the cheetah because this weapon does not have any physical damage and also does not have any physical damage scaling either. Most important thing is the tier 2 throwing axe. Actually, can I buy the tier 3 now? I might use other character to do the shopping to make it easier if I can use it. No, I can't. Okay then, tier 2 balance axe. Most importantly, I need to make sure that my weapons are good. So balance axe, which I'm gonna up tier as early as possible. Other thing is Gilded Shield. This requires even higher level. Gilded Shield is bomb the strongest shield. It has extreme amount of the vitality, defense number. It has a really good weapon physical damage. On top, all attribute physical resist. And Gift of the Wild, which is attack speed and a weapon physical damage proc. I have no complaints. I really do need Throwing Axe though. Those two are the first things I have to make. Gilded Shield's base defense is like highest number you can get, so... Can I get Flowing Axe? I was like, okay, I have to see if Balance Axe can even roll at this point. Apparently it can, it just decided not to roll. The moment I'm like started to mashing to check that, I got that, then I'm upset. Anyways, level 40 should be enough for making almost all the TUs. For now, I'm actually gonna go for full strength. I think I have to put more. Yeah. And 1 point here, 1 point Stampede. I do not need Snake's Bite at all. I would much rather have this. I believe that I actually... Okay, I did have the Roof Stance here. Helm. Belt. Which is probably Bomb Tongue. Boots. Sure, you can do it. Glove. Light Gauntlet would be nice. Oh, that's plus 20. That makes sense. I'm like, how is this recoil level 70? I don't think so. That's crazy. 100 to strength. That's crazy. Is there any Bob Helm? I guess I'm gonna go for like Fanged Helm later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the Worm Tongue because attack rating is there. Depth Spur is really nice. If I can use it, I want to use it. Okay, Worm Tongue. 192 strength, which I have. 38 level, which I have. Depth Spur. Wait. That's a 2 watt? What's the rule, man? That's tier 3. And the most important thing after gear change is to make sure that you are capped on the resistance. And look at this. I would have died in like 2 seconds without even attempt like much chance of survival if I went there with these resistances. You need to cap the poison res as well because this is a mod that really needs you to cap all the resistances. 1 full and 2 ult. Yeah, I have enough gears. That was a good boot. And because we have the Wolf Stance, which gives the movement speed, we actually run way faster now. With the high enough damage to nuke our lob enemies, which is, you know, 135 to 261. But it multi-hit a lot, which makes it way better. One of the reasons why Wolf Stance is called a fantastic leveling character is because any build that uses Wolf Stance, that is Earthshaker and the physical throwbarb is usually the ones that recommended for the leveling. And one of the biggest reason is that the Wolf Stance gives extreme amount of the movement speed. I do not bother checking the attack speed because I'm gonna get higher level Wolf Stance, and also I know that it's like 120 or something like that. And well, I can get 120 by just Wolf Stance alone. So I may not be capped yet, but I would be capped later. That's why I'm not checking it. Ancient Armor is garbage. Only issue so far is that my mana cost is definitely not surviving well. But I wish I can get some kind of mana steal gear. Potentially ring, potentially something else. Is it right there? You can see that L shape right there. That was the Izzle Shrine. And because there is a map reveal, you can actually tell very easily. This proc is called the Blast Wave. That's on the Throwing Axe that I'm using. There's actually a version that you can use, like you can cast on, I believe, the body armor. I don't know if there's anything other than rare body armor that can proc that can have the all skill Blast Wave. But it has like 10 or 12 seconds cooldown or something, so I say no. It's like Thunder Slam. If that does make sense for anybody. Every time you put the more point into the stance, you should always buff up again. Because it matters. I'm gonna get the 18 and I think I'm gonna go for the overkill. Although I don't think like that number of overkill actually does more damage than Stampede. But yeah, I do not think that damage of the level 8 or so Stampede will do more damage or something than overkill. I need 30 points for the Bloodfast to be active. And after that, because I'm not gonna go for the full strength build like a softcore version will, I'm gonna go for the full vitality build. Or at least more than half vitality. Which actually make a couple of the things different from the softcore. Some of the things like Savage Glove, which gives the weapon physical damage based on your I think strength or dexterity, whichever is higher. You can get like 10k strength from the softcore, which gives like what yeah, if you have 10k strength, I think it's like what? 40? No, 200? Sorry, my mathematical ability is gone. Whatever 10,000 divided by 50 is, that sounds like a 200 to me. That definitely sounds like a 200 to me. I put 1 point Fortress because might as well. A lot of build actually get the minor benefit from the Fortress, to be honest. It can be used with a melee devotion on, and well, I do not believe there is any skill that's actually do better, at least against the single target, like stationary single target. Than the Fortress in the given time, which is around 2 skill casts. I don't know what's stunning on that. Make sure my resist is capped before going too far. Like, I know it should be capped. Oh, by the way, this gives also hit recovery as well. I'm gonna be a logical person and gonna go for the Broom Master instead of the Gladiator's Dominance. Gladiator's Dominance gives, I believe, the critical strike chance, 15% base block chance, which is huge for this mod. It's actually an insane number for this mod. Minus 20% max block chance because you probably don't want... Devs probably didn't want it to be too strong on the block. And movement speed, block speed. On top of that, something else should be there. Yeah, damage-wise it's actually critical strike only. I didn't know that. In the softcore, because of the Bloodfast, we can get the critical strike to the degree where it actually is like... replaces the every needs for the... replace the needs for the... you know, overkill? No, overkill. Deadly strike entirely. Let's go. Not amazing, but... I wanted to compare it against this, so... I'm gonna put 20 points here, 9 point overkill. Fortress unfortunately doesn't count for the Warbonga skill. I really don't understand why. But well, I guess like, you know, it kinda makes sense because you probably don't want somebody to just pretty much pick that for the 20 point, and that's, you know, too strong. Because you only need 10% to get the blood first, and potentially 20% physical rest or something like that. I'm actually gonna make sure that it doesn't still work. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about the armor choice. The reason why I picked the armor that I'm using is actually because of the proc. This has the arrow on striking proc, which is a 100% weapon damage modifier skill. And our main skill, which is a stampede, is a level 44%. So proportionally speaking, each hit gains like more damage because of that, making it way better choice than the. So if you are using 200%, let's say 200% weapon damage modifier skill, which is like primordial is 180. I guess the Zere, Hammer of Zere. This is 8% chance to cast the, you know, 100% weapon physical damage modifier skill, which is a arrow in this case, is around the, you know, 4% damage upgrade. But because we are using 44, it's like 44 to 51 is like what? Somewhere around 12, twice and more. 16%, I think. I don't know exact number to be honest, but somewhere around 60% modifier, so just I couldn't say no. Some gems. I don't know what I'm gonna use in the socket. Might boost just vitality, might use Maolin. I'm not sure. Honestly, Eolun is not bad either. We will have a lot of survivability through what I have, so because we have a lot of life steal gear, naturally and intentionally. And we do not even have a combat on it. So what's gonna be really suck is probably the against the bosses, because you can't really get the life steal. I heard that was because bosses has the damage reduction to make, you know, numbers calculatable and like reasonable number instead of like, you know, 20 billion of survivor life that they might need. Okay, let's do the rough estimate of like how much life Nipoga must have if I, you know, we don't have the, you know, multiplier to lower the numbers. My incarnations, one cast of the thing should have around that was 43, so I should up tier my weapon, by the way. I have more than enough strength to up tier my armor as well. Although I think I needed like 443, that's why I was using the putting a low point into strength, so I can't up tier yet. Tier 3 is equipable though. No socket? No socket. Prevents that. Now I have to do the classic speedrun trick, I guess. But we have the map, so we actually don't have to bother too much about it, I guess. I'm gonna go around here, open the waypoint, open the portal, touch the next waypoint, whichever it is. Worst case is like Arret Plateau. No, before the Ancient Tunnel Zone, whatever the name of that was. But usually, well, a fair number of times I actually can just go through here, or the next place waypoint, which is the Glacier Trail waypoint, like right here, literally right here. It happens so often, so. And we are gonna get the Scroll of Resistance for the 10% mark, 10% elemental resistances. I do not understand the reason not to do it. I do not think there is any excuse not to do it other than you cheated and then have the more chance than you should, which happens sometimes. But I'm not gonna do anything on the hardcores because that's literally just the whole point. If you like lose the point of like, if you have the backup character who can just give you the item back, then like, what's the point of playing hardcore? It's softcore though. It's completely softcore at that point. Anyways, let's go. Max the wolf stance. I really wish I'm gonna stop at the 18 because I really do not need more than that. But that's a 3-axis and it's like more damage proportionally. I cannot use, however, the Scroll of Resistance yet because this is a charm upgrade instead of the normal item now, so we have to get the charm first. I have to go to the left there. Dig. Give me a moment. My ear was itchy, and I was not confident with like, you know, taking off the headphone during playing the hardcore playthrough. That sounds like a way to die. Also, I have to take some water later. You know what? I'm gonna take water now. After I reach the nightmare, I'm gonna insert random. Oh, hello. Hello, Shell Exec. I finally lost the temptation of doing easy build, and then I'm doing the physical proverb now. Also, there's a like I was doing the IED proverb, and I just need to know like how bad this is compared to like, well, that. You know. I should have probably had something on the filter really quick. Don't have a HC. Balance, stock, secret. That's hide. And Guilty Shield secret. Guilty Shield? No, I'm not gonna use Guilty Shield. What can I use? I don't think I'm gonna use anything actually. At least in the hurry. Actually, do I make like Titan's blockade? That's the only thing I can think of that might actually matter. $18 point to get the 3-axis. I was surprised to see there was no mention of the... Like, inside of the Warmonger guide, there was no mention of the chainmail. which I think is like really good option for the 44% weapon physical damage build. And also we have a low defense with the gilded shield anyways. Okay, level 50. Ancient Way. Don't have to bother because I'm strong. Thank you for the chain growth. I'm just leveling this guy. Yesterday I beat the Nifoga out of nowhere. Like, I just decided to do the random attempt because I was just chilling, which is not definitely not the way to chill. But well, you can't complain. I beat the Nifoga. First to try. The funniest part, however, is that I actually did die against the Samael after I killed the Deimos, and while Remnants of Fire is still there, I somehow beat the Samael in like 5 minutes. That was insane. That was some insane attempt. That was impressive. How the hell did I do that? I don't know. How did I do that? That makes no sense. Yeah, I should be fine using tier 4. Worst case scenario, I can always make the honor pick. So I should go for tier 4 soon. What am I gonna go for next? Ancient Blood? I mean Mountain King or Ancient Blood? Did I not take the waypoint for good reason? Probably no. I mean evidently no. God, Wolf stance is fast and I started to get bored already. I was about to say that after I beat this, I might actually do random incarnation labs. Just cause why not? I want experience. And also, I started to get bored. And also, I need to get the stupid tiered unique, idiot. Oh my god, how much level am I getting here? You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I don't really see a reason not to. Okay. Oh my god, can you stop? What was that damage? Mana might need to be higher. Oops, I didn't pay attention. I don't know why I did do that. This is not Primordial Strike, man. Next one. I really didn't know this is like same gimmick as a Samael, by the way. That makes no sense to me. Let's go for 30 point first. 100% Mighty Vigor. I'm not sure about the strength one because I'm gonna go for high vitality. I really don't know why I'm gonna go for full strength with hardcore. Damage is decent. I'm gonna just follow the, you know, better person speed. Shards of Fire. I wish that the filter system has like a, you know, search function where you can actually search the name of item and then see anything that actually is affecting that, like either show or hide on that reel. Or yeah, that's probably the best thing I think they can do. Because if you have like 70 rules, like I think mine's like 70 to 80 rules. Even the small ones like 20 to 30 rules, but in which case you will use a lot more category. So that I think it's better to have some kind of search function where you can actually input the name of the item and then like see what is actually making this, like what is affecting or that operation. That was fast. Yeah, that's the last one. I don't need more. Fire code lining. I shouldn't die, so I'm not worried about it. I'm physical throwbarb, I shouldn't die. Okay, what's the balance sucks, Diapo? 440. Oh god, I can't equip that.
The prime evils are no more.
You're the ancient them evening.
I don't know if I need 4 of them, but I eventually need some, so... Let's cheat those things. Worst case scenario, my midi source is gonna farm a lot. Chainmail? 260, yeah, that's fine. Gildir Shield, tier 3 is 4k for sure. What's the tier 4? 57, 490, I can't equip it. One tongue, that's like 384, I'm sure. So that should be equipable. Depth Spas also like 300 something, I'm sure. Actually, can I equip that without boost? I didn't even check. Why did I say as if I'm gonna consider it if I'm not gonna even check that? I'm stupid. Why am I gonna pretend take off the item and pretend like I'm gonna check if you don't? You moron. Yeah, that should be fine. That's tier 4, 53. I think it's like 59 level, so I have to wait a bit more. Okay, I need like skulls, right? Oil of Luck and then EDMO. Actually, it's 53. I can only do like Oil of Luck and one ED. No, miss. I can get better gear on those. I can make tiered uniques if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to though. I feel like top spin is the one that I want to go for. Meh, Top spin is gonna give you really good physical max press. Physical resist, I have some solution for it, aka unyielding. Mighty Bigger doesn't make no sense for us. I'm not gonna put too much point into strength anymore. In fact, I'm not gonna put any more point into strength anymore. Okay, Tragedy has hit. Let's make one Ono and the Elemental Res, I guess. That's not fine. Okay, this is not okay at all. I need more gear to put point into to just equip everything. Sure, I'm gonna make the light gauntlet. Vice grip. Honestly, I kind of wanna go for Ono, to be honest.
Good day.
I can equip tier 4. Yeah, let's get tier 4. Do you have enough money or do I need to farm with you? Okay, I still remember the plan for the mini source. Tier 4 glove of some kinds. Glove of some kind. Glove of some kind. I should be fine, so I'm gonna do it now. I wanna keep us at helmets, cause why not? Okay. Gold find? No, I don't really need gold find at all. I can just borrow those. Physical res, gold find, elemental res. To be fair, I could probably give it the other things as well, but whatever. That resistance is not okay. I'm gonna put one amber. I guess others are like diamonds. I'd probably go for the lemons in the end. But yeah, anyways, 58 is fine. Goodish is like soon. Actually, I can equip that now. Oops, it's 57. I could equip that. I should equip that now. I want slightly more, but whatever. Might go for the EDs, cause that's gonna be the one that's giving me the defense, not chainmail, no. That's not gonna be the one that's giving me defense. Kinda bad with Honorific as a Rimmaster based build, because Rimmaster sucks. Like that. If possible, I don't want to set foot into the... Yeah. I really don't want to set foot into the place. That place sucks. Okay, how did that invisible blast wave happen? Please. Also, what does the reanimate? I'm not sure what does the reanimate. Okay, that number can happen a lot of times. Also, this is one of the fastest for sure. Where's the last guy? I think I mistook them as a reanimate. That happens a lot, to be honest. Or I completely forgot some section. That also happens sometimes. Yeah, since this is hardcore, I'm gonna let my sorceress do the gear farming.
You have good day.
Or the champ farming, I mean.
The rogues are safe for the moment.
Go to plains. I don't need to kill much enemies now. Well, I won't say no to the free money. God, I still can't believe that the IED probe actually got that stupid 32 all attributes first gold. That really came out of nowhere. That's like what? 8 out of 30. I'm gonna say that up a 4 roll on the all 4 of them, which is 1/4 times 4. Or, I mean, 3 was the important one, so 64. Not that amazing, I guess. It's very reasonable amount. I'm not gonna take that because I don't need it yet. 52 versus 15. Okay, there's 2. Sewers? Yeah, I guess sewers, or actually potentially the outer cloister is also a place where I can use it. You know, they use the fire effect and then still cast the lightning attack. That feels wrong. Chainmail is a very good proc weapon, proc armor. I really don't see much procking at all, which is weird, but proc is a proc. If I'm gonna go for the Gladiator's Dominance with like low defense, that I think I can do it. Though, I believe I have to do... Okay, I didn't notice the Day's Experience Shrine, but whatever. It didn't matter, and also I wouldn't have changed it, or I wouldn't have changed the decision if I knew it. Because it was far too far out of the way. Or it is not actually, that waypoint is relatively close. Well, it doesn't really matter in the end. Stamina Shrine. That's the 30 point to the Bloodthirst. So next point is a Bloodthirst, and then next point is the Physical Resist. Okay, that's more Stamina Shrine. Let's take those. There's 2 Stamina Shrine right there, actually. I don't need 4 Stamina Shrine, but I would appreciate it, yeah, nonetheless. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep coming to the Black Marsh waypoint. I'm happy that I actually went out of the way to get that waypoint, cause that was a useful one. Evidently. No, no, no. I was not sure if I was stuck on something. I mean, I thought I was stuck on something, But apparently I wasn't surprised. That's 10 Weevil. Why am I doing that? I still have the experience shrine. 62. Yeah, I don't have to bother. Kill up slightly more enemies than usual, and that should be fine. I don't need to go all out of the way, Just do what you usually do, and that should be fine.
I should take this to Chelsea.
Unyielding, because unyielding is a damageable time. Like, survivable time. 20% physical resist is amazing. Yeah, I need actually extra physical resist compared to ID throwbarb actually. I need to remember that. Because I didn't need that because I had the Nephilim Spirit. That's 15%. And I had capped at that point. I will need that now. What does highly optimized gear look like? I guess for the most part, max resistance and faster skills. $63. Don't know why I even used the potion there. 59, 65. I'm going to get the waypoint and then go back to the Black Mosh. Get the Stamina Shrine. This is very blind, the Stamina Shrine, and I love that because I will not be able to miss this. Unyielding. Inner Cloister. That should last up to Act 2. And at Act 2 start, I'm gonna take the Stamina Shrine, I'm gonna get the Experience Shrine, and I'm gonna run. Goodbye, King without luck. I don't know what king you were, but... Actually, what noise is behind the King without luck anyways? That was an overkill, and I really don't think I should even have an overkill set. I'm gonna heal Mox. Do I need it? I shouldn't. Do I want to risk it? No. Anyways. Underrail coming. I didn't talk about what I'm doing for a while. But well, Underrail doesn't have much explanation on it. It's like, if you see something that looks like it's gonna kill you, just escape. Meteor Shower is well telegraphed attack, so you should not get hit by that. Ever. As I said, I'm gonna get the Stamina Shrine and then get the Experience Shrine and go for it, because the Catacomb really offset the experience really quickly. That's kinda impressive how bad that place is, to be honest. I think that was at the Cold Plains. I think there was 2 in the Cold Plains. No? No? Where was that? That's Stamina. I mean, I'm gonna take it because I'm not gonna come back here. Was that Stony then? That's refilling. Where is the Experience Shrine? I know it's somewhere. I had it somewhere. And also, I think I spent more than enough time to actually offset the capacity of Experience Shrine. I know, I had it somewhere. Get out of here, guys. 1. Yeah, I think it's Tony then.
to see you.
Anyways, because Catacomb doesn't really give you any experience, especially if you rush it. I'm at the 65 and I was at the high end at the right before Catacomb. Also, I think I hit the attack speed threshold. Don't know how it happened. Yeah, I think physical resist matters more now then. You can run, you can get experience, that's all that matters. I'm not gonna go too far. Cause I don't know why I'm gonna go that far. Let's go. I'm running because, well, I can. But on the hill, I probably won't run this much. Cause you can die. Running means defense is 0, and then this character really care about defense. That's, after all, whole purpose of the Rune Master is to get defense. I'd eventually get Gladiator's Dominance, but I think I should delay that a lot. If you pick like Rune Master and fun thing about it is that if you get the Rune Master and the Gladiator's Dominance, Bear Stance, you're pretty much invincible from anything. Mighty Vigor's not gonna be one, so I'm gonna go for the... Might go for a few point Ribbon Guide. Depends on the number of the total character defense actually. Like, I didn't realize how important it is until recently, but 5 point or so might not be the bad idea if you don't have any TCD or the total character defense. I'm gonna get full effect of the experience shrine and then start thinking about it. Urban Guide also gives extra things as well, like weapon physical damage per skill level or something like that, but that's really low number. I'm not gonna count on that. Cast speed is nice if we were using cast, but it's Barbarian you're talking about. He's never gonna have comfortable casting time unless you have the Super Beast Relic. In which case, by all means, go for it. Which is a 2.8 exclusive relic, so that's that. But yeah. What's the name? What's the thing I was talking about? Urban Guide, so TCD. How much TCD do I have? 79%. And 20 on top. If I put like 5 point more, I can get some numbers on top. And then after that, I can use the Mountain King, I guess. And then go for the full Rune Master, Immortal. You know what? I've made up my mind. But before that, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna go for Gladiator's Dominance. I made my mind.
Greetings.
I'm gonna just use it. I think this is the other experience shrine. Yay. If I die, I die. I don't care. I just don't want to use the Rune Master. I don't know why, but I just don't want to use the Rune Master. And of course there's the experience shrine. I'm gonna open portal and then get back there later, if possible. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a reasonable pathway yet. God, this is fast. Movement speed bonus class is so fast. Which buff? That's over there. I'm gonna take this one and then forget about that one, I think. Because I don't think there's anything I can do to make it faster. Actually, it's close enough. I'm gonna just open portal here and then come here twice. Should I do this? No way. Do I like this idea? Yes, I do. I'm gonna start putting point into the other things first. I like doing something weird. And I hate that always taking the Brim Master rule that the lob build actually follows, which is understandable, which is most clever thing you can do. I just hate doing it for whatever reason. Is it clever choice? No. Is it fun? Yes. Do I have any right to complain? Kinda no. I think I need to get next Stamina Shrine now. Yeah, Mountain King. Because that was very far, if possible I want to do it later, or when I hit the waypoint, when I hit the town. Those are the points I want to use the Stamina Shrine at. Because now, that way I can use the town portal to come back. But in the end, it's more important to have the Stamina Shrine than not. So if I have to, I'm gonna use it at any moment I need to use. Is this fast? Yes. Is this fun? Kinda questionable. Okay, too many meteor and I was so scared there. Not enough hits.
It is good to know that the sun shines once again.
Greetings. When
I don't know why I talked to Jaren. That was so not necessary. What's my level? 75. I actually need to kill some more then. That's actually not ideal. But this place is kinda experienced then, so I'm not complaining. Could be a better place, but yeah, if I noticed the arena, I could have gone for the ancient tunnel, for example. That would give me like 2 levels, but this place is more on the way and the experience deficiency is not that deadly yet. So I just have to farm for the extra like few seconds. Extra 30 seconds per level, and that should be fixing enough fix. Only really thing that I'm worried about is like Stamina Shrine running out at the bad timing and I have to run back, but that shouldn't cost more than like 5 to 6 seconds, so that should be fine. In fact, I probably have to go now. As I said, I probably have to go now. I have to walk all the way back, I have to walk all the way back, I have to walk all the way back, I have to walk all the way back. Wait. How was their Stamina Shrine? Am I crazy? I thought I lost the Stamina Shrine already. I want some extra level now, so let's get that. You know, leveling plan is fun. Having a leveling plan is important and it's so nice. That's tier 2, and also that wasn't that good. Like 30 movement speed sounds nice. No, I already have tier unique moron. Since this is the build I'm using, I must make the Windrunner later. God, Windrunner, man. I need to get the crafted throwing axe with, if possible, intimidating, but honestly, Viper works. Might go for attack rating craft. Hi!
I need monk.
Also, thank you for the follow. No play Z, I guess.
One could get lost.
Okay, yeah. Max point, I guess. I'm leveling the physical proverb on the hardcore. It's not the first time I'm playing the physical proverb, but it's kind of refreshing to do the fast character, but I don't like this character still. And also, I'm adamant to not take the Brimmaster for whatever reason. Does that trap even exist now? That was a spike trap, right? Does this trap still exist? Oh, that still exists. I didn't need to drink that potion there. This rune. Bloodstone. This is a mod called medianxl if you don't know it. It's like completely different game from the vanilla Diablo 2. If you want to play it, it costs around $20, so it's very cheap.
My hands with the blood of foul sorcerers.
Treasure Goblin. Goodbye. I'm like, you're gonna die, right? Vex. $26 is low. I didn't check the where it is. Square. This is a mod called medianxl. It's completely different game if you are playing the Diablo 2. But the free to play as long as you have the Diablo 2. It's not compatible with Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is a, you know, remake version of this. So, well, if you only have that, then I guess I'm gonna recommend Remodded. But yeah, it's a good game and fun. And also, bosses are harsh, and like there's actually end content unlike Diablo 2, where on the first 3 hours you can actually beat the last boss. What's the world record of like Uber Tristram category? Was that like 3 hours, 4 hours? So yeah, this has an actual end game, and it's so fun. I just can't stop playing. If you want to see this game, if you want to see some other people playing this game, I would say Elementling is the one that is other streamer that's sometimes streaming. Not as often as me, but well, only 2% actually exist essentially, so you have no choice. If you want to play the game, I can post a link if you want. But if you type in the medianxl, there's gonna be a page just coming up right on top.
Impossible.
I probably shouldn't have done that fast, but whatever.
You have
So end of Act 3 is the next diverse point from the this mod, because up to that point nothing else interesting happens. But there's something called level challenge. I need level 80 to enter there, but I'm gonna have the level 80, so I'm not worried about it. I have everything here. Yep. I should probably ammo that actually. I'll do it after this shrine runs out or something. Isn't the experience shrine meant to like refill it later? I could be misremembering, but I thought the experience shrine is meant to refill on the vanilla game, but I don't really know why they would change that, so probably I'm misremembering. If you're a fast player, you can actually get up to the hell in like 2 hours, I'm sure. I've spent what already 2 hours, so it's like 3 hours hell. Not bad, not great. I think early act really has the potential for me to brush up, but at the same time, they actually do a lot of strats to make it work. and they cut the low corners, they make minimum amount of decision to, you know, make things workable. I guess about the thing about this mod, especially as a hardcore, is extraordinarily hard. After this season, and the super strong items it gave, and also the really good item access that it gave, there was literally nobody who had beat the last boss on the hardcore before. Even now, if they are asked to do it normally on the any other season, they are not gonna be able to do it. So the final boss of this mod is called Nifogar. He was beaten like within like 1 month. By the way, it's like 6 months in the season. Devs are trying their best, but devs are human who needs rest, and they are not full-time dev anyways. Okay, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I recently developed a potato allergy somehow. I don't really know how I'm getting an allergy left and right. Like, few years ago, I actually got the milk, egg, kiwi, fish eggs. Actually, I said egg twice. Those kind of allergy. And like, you know, it really is a struggle for me. Cause those are like... How I noticed that actually is that I broke my stomach and vomited and like couldn't eat anything for like 1 whole month. And like, one thing about those food, milk, egg, is like, those are the food that you are gonna need for the recovery. Or you're gonna be recommended for the recovery. Like, you haven't eaten any solid for like 5 months, 1 month. You have to start from those food. And so that you know, every time I tried to eat, I actually vomited. Eventually, I noticed that that's actually related to the food and not about the, you know. I'm gonna stop putting point now, by the way, to save the skill point for the level 90 skills. Level 90 gives the reward 3 access, which gives a low damage. No. Which is a stronger skill than normal other skills, so I'm gonna go for that first. Anyways, yeah. I received those things and like, that was a pain. I was vomiting like... I was... pretty much... removing the shit like every 5 minutes. There was nothing I could do, and like, any food I tried to eat is like... Okay, I definitely shouldn't have done that weird puffing. That's there, that should be fine. Yeah, anyways. That, and recently I actually got the potato allergy, which was the why I'm complaining about, you know, getting allergy. Having more potato allergy sucks. And I believe that it is actually not usual for me to get more allergy as, you know, late as this point. But anyways, that's that. Whatever. Leveling is going well. I don't have a good life, which is a concern, but I'm gonna fix that later. Potentially, I'm gonna respect to get that more. After all, we have a lot of weapon physical damage from the skills already, so I don't have to go too far from that. I got lucky on the connection there. I missed the connection. Okay, I said that I don't take the point, and I immediately take the point. Okay. In the grand scheme of things, my objection is to make the angelic farmer, yeah. And I want to make Havoc Sauce for that, but I realized that Havoc Sauce is not beginner-friendly build in any way. So I'm not sure how I would tackle that. Like, I'm assuming Havoc Sauce will clear really well. but it requires 5880 energy to function. Which means I have to hit like 130, 125 to 130 level to get as much stats boost as possible. Not the easy thing. I need to make some kind of sorceress to actually do the trophy challenge of Lazarus for once. God damn it, I don't want to do that.
This holy blade does not belong in the hands of the Zakarum.
I'd probably make the arcane protection to just beat the Laz, cause that is one of the great items for the killing totems and the groupies. I love Cyclown for that purpose. That is cheap, really strong. Next is Reward 3. I'm not sure about Max Immortal yet. Yeah, I need that because I'm gonna be low defense. Defense is important after all. Next to Stamina Shrine. Okay. Also, if you want to speedrun, you pretty much need to have like 2 really well locationed Stamina Shrine the entire time, and juggle between those 2 for the entire playtime. That's how we get faster speed at the early game. Around the hell, I might make something like Owl to do the Aris champ farming as well. Well, one of the biggest reasons, like probably biggest reason I picked this build next was just because I needed to want to compare it against the IED throwbarb, so I would need to level up to 125, potentially barring the boss. That's bottom right. Overkill is better single target skill, but the Stampede is both, you know, enough, and also I don't have an option for a while, which makes it so that the Stampede is our main skill forever. I guess I could go for the 20-point overkill as well, and then put point into the... Yeah, I could have planned that way. I should have planned that way, actually. Marloon is nice. I want to get Marloon. Not the water! I'm not here to collect the water! What? Am I supposed to piss onto the river? Or the sewers? I don't think he's capable of a man. Memphis Cavalist. Hello there, Memphis Cavalist. I hate you. You really need to control the timing of the Stamina Shrine well. But I don't do that, then I'm gonna just pick what I want to use. Those 2 are close by, so I don't have to, you know, use resources to remember which shrine is used before and which is not. That's actually why I'm using this all the time, I guess. There was actually a couple, like I saw, I believe, 4 Stamina Shrines this playthrough, or this map. He's standing at the very bad place. Okay. Now what I have to do is, I think I have to clear the inventory. This is far too dirty. Get the shrine. Oh yeah, that reward is changed for the vanilla game players. It's called shrine. Shrine is useful for multiple purposes, but it's essentially like you can craft items with specific bonus.
May this book lift the shadow from Karrast.
But well, first like those shrines can be used for the crafting something like. I think that's too many. Okay. Did I talk to Kay? Yes. This is hardcore, so I should just put every items that can be put into the container. If nothing can be absorbing it, then nothing can absorb it. I forgot to do the Malice quest. I'm gonna do it after this, I guess. No, I need 2 stamina shrine. God damn it. I wish I don't forget that. But I guess that I can do it at the end of Act 1 or something. That's fine. Like end of Act 5 or something, that's fine. Not the biggest issue. I definitely spent a lot of time menuing, so I'm gonna get the thing now. Oh. Okay, that's here. Level 90 is a huge threshold because we can get something called Class Jam, which gives the plus 2 to skill minimum. I don't remember what I'm gonna get with that, but yeah, it's a nice thing that you can get from there. God, throwbarb is not fun. Physical throwbarb is not fun. I don't know why. It's one of the best builds, but that's just not fun to me. Maybe because it's too tanky. Maybe because it's too easy. I need to come back there. So we hit the Act 4. First and foremost, congratulations. Secondly, Act 3 is not finished yet. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Throwbarb is not fun. I hate physical throwbarb. It's just not fun. I just can't enjoy it. Okay, levels 90. I can get the Gladiator. Do I want Gladiator? Am I sure about that? No, I'm gonna finish this stream. Not this stream, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna probably swap to a different character. Bye YouTube, I just can't continue this.